Hi, it's MasterHun again. Welcome to episode 19, season 0, still on season 0. The title of this episode is String Explosion plus Lines. It's the, if I can be so pompous as to put it, call it an art piece, code art piece that I'm more or less finished with. I'll probably keep iterating through it. Okay, so, and a little bit of reviewing some of the Python turtle module and different methods or functions or commands, if you want to call it commands. Okay, so in this example, right, so it's just a little bit of a review, teaching you, going over some of the commands or methods that I've already shown, demonstrated, and then adding some more. So if I run through, it's we drawing a line, and you can see, okay, now we're drawing a square, now we're drawing another square, but this square was drawn with a for loop. Drawing a triangle, okay, we're drawing a triangle, drawing a rectangle, now we're drawing a circle, okay, now we're drawing a pentagon, and finish with writing text to our turtle screen. So if we look to the left here, and we'll see the highlighted code. So this is the code for a square. So it's the forward and left commands loop through 4 times. So it'll draw, so the forward and left command, so the forward draws a line, and then the left turns the turtle 90 degrees to the left. And so it does that 4 times, and you end up with a square. Right? So line is a forward, is the forward command with the number, and then you give it the number of pixels, 100 pixels in this example. Now, if you look at the highlighted code, we have a triangle, right? So the triangle is a for loop. It only loops 3 times because there's 3 sides. And the angle is different now. So instead of 90 degrees for the square, it was 90 degrees. For this, I'm turning left 120 degrees. Okay. And if we go to the hexagon has 6 sides. So I'm going to loop 6 times. Each time I'm going to go forward 50 pixels, if we're looking at the highlighted code, and I'm turning left 60 degrees. Okay? Now for the rectangle, I'm only looping, I'm going to have 4 sides, but I'm looping only twice because I need to go forward a long length, and then I'm going forward a little shorter length. Okay? So in this example, right, if we look at the code block, right, highlighted code block of code, I'm moving forward 100 pixels, I'm turning left 90 degrees, then I'm moving moving forward 50 pixels, then I'm turning left 90 degrees. So we get half of the rectangle, and then I have to loop again to draw the other half of the rectangle. Okay? Now with the pentagon, it has 5 sides, so I'm looping 5 times, and each time I loop, I draw a side of the pentagon, and for this pentagon, I'm only moving forward 50 pixels, and I'm turning left 72 degrees, always turning left, because I need to go back to where I started. Okay. Oops. We didn't draw the star, right? Okay, we did that star before. Okay, so I want to introduce you to, if we look at code line 69, we have tim.speed1. So that sets the speed of the turtle or the pen. Okay, so you can change the speed at which you draw. So speed changes the speed at which you draw. Now we have the write command. We also have a write command, so it allows us to write text to our turtle screen. Okay, and you can change the font and the font size and whether you want it bold or normal. Okay, now reset. You should be familiar with the reset command. The reset command clears the screen and recenters the turtle. So the center of the screen is always 0, 0. 0 x, where x is 0 and y is 0. So if you use the reset command, anything you've drawn before gets cleared out, and the turtle goes back to the center 0, 0. X is 0 and y is 0. Okay, so before I had set the speed to 1, and now I set the speed to 2. Okay, and I believe that means it's a little faster. I think it means it's a little faster. I think I'm moving it a little faster. I believe 10 is the fastest. I could be wrong. Sorry. You can Google that yourself, right? Okay. Now, in this highlight example, right, I'm drawing the square by, I'm not looping, I'm just literally writing out the forward and the left. I coded the forward and left 4 times. So I draw the square by, which is very verbose, right? So if you look, we look at highlighted code here. If we look at lines 82 to 90, okay, that can be replaced by a for loop. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines of code could be replaced by 3, and that's a better idea. Okay, so you'd want to do that. Okay, and here we can see, right, I reset. So I bring the turtle object or the pen object back to the center. I clear out everything, right? You see that on the right, you can see like every time I draw something, I finish drawing it and then I just clear it. I clear the screen and the turtle object goes back to the center. And I also changed this, set the speed. Okay. And again here, look, so you can replace 8 lines of code. You can replace it if you want to draw a square. You can replace that with a for loop. So instead of 8 lines of code, just replace that with 3 lines of code, which is smarter to do. Okay. Now the triangle you can make with a for loop, and instead of doing forward and left, coding forward and left 3 times, just replace that with a for loop. Okay. Okay, so now I don't do it here, but there is a backward. So there's a forward, there's also a backward command. There's a forward command and a backward command. I don't think I do it here, but not in this code snippet. But there's also a right. Okay, I'm always turning left here, but there is also a right command. Okay, and then of course it would just be the same thing. The integer you give it would be the degrees that you want it to turn. Okay, circle. Now with circle, because the math for the circle is more complicated, you don't have to worry and know any of the math. You just tell it. We have a circle command, so you tell it what the radius of the circle in pixels. So you tell it the radius, and then it will draw the circle for you. So it can't be any simpler than that, right? Okay. Oh, I think I don't just want to also, if we look at line 127, we have a penup. Now, when you tell it to go, when you execute a penup command, then from then on, after that command, nothing will be drawn. So it allows you to bring the pen up, and then now you can move the pen with the goto command, right? So now I can move the goto without drawing anything because I'm repositioning the pen, right? Now and then when you want to draw, then you have to use the pen down command, and then from then on, then it will start to write. Okay. So for example, if we look at line 131, we see I'm telling Python to the pen object will, so essentially telling don't draw anything, right? Pen up, don't draw anything. Then with the goto, I'm moving to the center here, go to the center 0, 0. X is 0, Y is 0, 0, 0. So I'm going to the center. Now I need to bring the pen down because I'm going to draw the circle, right? And then here I have the circle command or method, and I give it the radius in integers, and then it draws a circle with a radius of 75 pixels. Okay. And then here, if you look at the highlighted code, this is the pentagon, okay? It's 5 sides. Okay. Okay, pen up, go to, right, go to, pen down, right. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now I want to bring you to the this is the code art work or art piece that I call string explosions plus lines. And I'll start the program. So it draws the string explosion, right? It looks like it's, if you can imagine, it's like strings exploding out from the center. And then when it's finished with that, then it starts to draw random lines up, down, left, right, all different angles. Okay, so if we look at lines 33 to 60, right? So I've changed it. I'm iterating through it. I'm making changes, and so the recent change I made today was, so it's essentially it's two for loops. They're not nested. So one for loop runs through, and then in second, so the first for loop draws the string explosion, and then the second for loop then draws the random lines or lines. And so what I've done is I, instead of telling it how many times to loop, exactly how specific, giving a specific number of loops, and I think yeah, it was 100 before, so it would draw do a string explosion made up of 100 strings, and then it would do a for loop and draw 100 lines, random lines, up, down, left, right, all kinds of directions. So instead of me telling it how many times to loop, for the for loop to loop, I just let it figure it out. Okay, so it's going to randomly pick a random integer between 50 and 100. So at the least, it'll loop through 50. So the string explosion will be at least minimum be 50 lines or 50 strings, and at the maximum will be 100 strings. So some number between 50 and 100 inclusive. Okay, so when it draws the string explosion, right, every time it loops, it'll pick a random width between 5 and thickness of 5 and 10. It'll pick a random color from the colors basic list, which is, if we look at line 26, the colors underscore basic list, it's red, green, blue, yellow, brown, black, and purple. Okay, so it picks one, every time it loops, picks one of those colors randomly. And if we look at line 40, right, so now of course now I have to put the pen down for it to start to draw, right? Pen down to start to draw. I go to the center, then I go to a random point, then I tell it to go to a random point. So it could either be it could be towards it could be moving towards the top left or the top right or the bottom left or the bottom bottom left or bottom right. So it could be going in but not so far out that it'll go off the borders, right? So it'll stay within a certain, more or less like a square area, right? Smaller square area. And then it's going to draw back to the center. Okay. Then I tell it to, if we follow, then I tell it to bring the pen up because I don't want to draw anything. Then I come back up and I loop again. I pick a different width. I pick the computer picks the program picks a different width, picks a random color, brings the pen down, goes to the center, then goes to a random location in the specified range of possible locations. Then goes back, draws back to the center, and then it goes pen up again. Okay. So once we're done with that, depending on how many times whatever random integer between 50 and 100 is chosen. Okay, now it's going to start to draw the random strings, and again here I'm doing the same thing. I'm telling it to figure out how many times to loop. Okay, and then it'll loop that whatever that integer is. Integer might be 50, might be 100, or somewhere between 50 and 100. Again, same thing. It figures out, it determines the thickness or width of the pen somewhere between a thickness of 5 and a thickness of 10. Then it picks a color from the colors_basic list. Now here I'm telling it to pick a random spot in our imaginary square area, and then I tell it to put the pen down, start to draw. So it's going to draw, and then it picks another random spot in the imaginary square, and then I tell it to bring the pen up because I don't want to keep drawing again. Okay, and then every time it loops, it's going to pick the random location, and then pick another random location and draw a line. Okay. Now finally, after that's all done, then I have a line code. If you look at lines 55 to 60, this is I'm writing out the title, the name of the art piece, and my name. Okay, which is probably the most important part of the code, right? Where I take credit, right, for my work, right? Okay, so okay, and just to finish off, I just want to show you that in this example, okay, if we go look at line 21, so I am importing both the turtle module and the random module. Okay, if we look at line 26, this is the colors_basic list of some very basic colors. Okay, and I'm calling the random module, and I'm using the randint, random integer, or randint method, function. I'm also calling the choice function from the random module. Okay, so I'm calling that several times. I'm not using shuffle. In this example. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. I hope to meet you again in the next episode.